My fellow graduates, it's an honor to be speaking with you all today. As your student body president, I'm here to welcome you to the North Henderson Class of 2020 virtual graduation. I know this is not the graduation we always envisioned growing up, and we all deserve so much more than this for getting through the past 13 years of school. But under these unfortunate circumstances, this is the best way to keep everyone and their families safe and healthy while we celebrate our accomplishments. Even though this is a less than perfect situation, we're ultimately here to celebrate. We're about to graduate high school and start the rest of our lives and move forward in the world. Even though there are such bright futures ahead of us, I can't help but look back at the times we've shared as the class of 2020. We started off as clueless freshmen with no idea about what the next 4 years at North Henderson would hold. But then by our sophomore year, we all thought we had it figured out. Junior year felt like it would never end, but when it did, we knew we were ready to rule the school and be the big kids on campus as seniors. And now in the blink of an eye, we're here. We made it. Through all the ups and all the downs, this class has stuck together, and now we're about to graduate together. Our senior year might have been cut short, but our high school experience isn't measured by the amount of time spent in the school building. It's measured by the friendships we've made. Some friendships formed here were inseparable bonds, and others were just friendly waves in the hallways, but I know we'll remember each one dearly. When we look back at high school many years from now, that's how we'll measure the time we spent at North Henderson. Not in hours or semesters or years, but in the friendships that were made and the times that were shared. Congratulations, North Henderson Class of 2020. No matter where we end up going or what we end up doing, I hope we'll all be friends when we see each other again. Because once a night, always a night. Please enjoy this keepsake, your 2020 virtual graduation.
Thank you, Ashley, and welcome everyone to the virtual graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. For all of us, this spring semester has been both difficult and sad in so many ways. Seniors, while this year has not ended the way we had all hoped or planned, my hope is that your focus can be on the positive memories from your last 13 years in school. You see, this year, more than ever, graduation highlights literally a lifetime of accomplishment. Simply put, graduating reaches far beyond the threshold at the front entrance of North Henderson High. For all of you, there have been teachers, principals, assistants, assistant principals, custodians, cafeteria workers, all kinds of staff members that have cheered you along the way, helped and supported you these last 13 years. All of you have seen the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in so many ways. My hope is that you do not allow these last 9 weeks to drown out the happiness and joy you and your families so deserve. Graduates, you have earned the right to be recognized today and every day. While these circumstances are not ideal, and this virtual graduation speech is all but extraordinary, knowing that you have the ability to control your outlook, your attitude, and your personal compass shines a positive light on these difficult times. My hope and the hope of all your fellow Knights is that you are empowered to live, learn, and lead far beyond graduation. The day after graduation defines you more than any single ceremony. The memories, the experiences, the failures, and the accomplishments all define you far beyond this event. This senior class has been amazing in so many ways. ushering in so many new positive initiatives at North High. I mean, let's be real, folks. You guys canceled prom before prom was ever even officially canceled. And heck, you are like the grand champions of all time for Senior Skip Day. My full round of applause goes to you. You guys are the greatest, truly. In all seriousness, at North Henderson High, the students play the starring role in graduation. I look forward to hearing from some of our top students today. However, there is a long-standing tradition at North where the principal names the graduating class. It has been a great honor and privilege to serve you these last 4 years. The class of 2020 will forever be named and known as the class of resilience. The class of 2020 has consistently pushed through the toughest situations. Whether those obstacles have been placed in their way at home, at school, or just in society, this class consistently found a way to make the best of situations and come out on top. You've always kept your eye on the prize and have never let us down. These students have propelled themselves to achieve great things in the classroom, on the athletic field, or in the arts. These students are gamers, and no, not the internet version. If anyone ever had the slightest doubt that these seniors would show up and perform, they would always prove you wrong and put out a top performance. These fine students always show up, tackling any task in front of them with ease and achieving at extremely high levels. Class of 2020, continue being consistently awesome. Continue being spirited and independent. Continue achieving. Continue reaching new heights of success. And as always, continue to be resilient, never letting anything get you down. I will continue to be in awe of your accomplishments. I will continue to be in your corner. Always remember where you come from. Always remember to fight like a knight. Class of 2020, we love you, we miss you, and I look forward to seeing all that you will accomplish. Go Knights!
So I'm sure you've all heard the saying, if you get nervous, just picture the audience in their underwear. Well, if we were having a live in-person graduation ceremony, I was going to open with a joke about how that didn't seem to be helping and how it was just making me uncomfortable, but I'm starting to think that doesn't really apply to an audience that you can't see, considering that I'm staring into a camera right now. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gianna Spada. As you all know, today is a very special day for so many of us, and unfortunately, due to the events that we are all very aware of, we will not be celebrating these moments or this day as we had hoped we would for so many years. I know that during these times, it has been and is very difficult to look at the situation that everyone has been put in and say that any good has happened because of this pandemic. For the past few months, we have seen so many negative things come from this, and we've seen sickness, quarantines, we've seen panic and fear, and there are also things that we haven't seen. Friends, maybe family, jobs, school, maybe even toilet paper, because for some unknown reason that stuff is still hard to find. This situation has taken precious things from so many people, and I speak on the behalf of the graduating class of 2020 when I say that having some of the best parts of your senior year canceled because of something you cannot control, it stinks. For the first month of quarantine, I don't think I had a single conversation that didn't revolve around how unfortunate or upsetting the coronavirus was. To me, it seemed like everyone in the world was just annoyed. Like I said, though, there's nothing we could have done about it, so why focus on the negative? Just the other day, I was watching a TikTok video because what better thing to do in quarantine than spend way too much time on there, and I saw a video that sparked some interesting thoughts. The video was of a boy showing a picture that from one perspective looked like a bunny, but from another perspective, the bunny's ears transformed into what looks like a duck's beak. The boy talked for a second about how most people look at this photo wondering, is it a duck or is it a bunny? But to him, it was simply just ink on paper. The reason he said this was because sometimes it's all about your perception. This hit pretty hard when I thought about our current situation. So many people spend their time focusing on the negative, whether it be the things they have lost or aren't able to do, but never focus on the positive parts. Sure, we may have missed visiting our elementary schools as seniors, or putting 1,000 balloons in the hall and calling it a senior prank, maybe belting it out in a karaoke battle at Project Grad, or watching our fellow classmates cross-dress to raise money for cancer. But just like how our names will forever be painted somewhere on the rocks in front of North Henderson, all of our sweetest memories that we have already made will remain there too. It's funny because when I think back on the days where we were in school, I can only remember not wanting to be there. Most days, people would complain about having to come to school or how they couldn't wait to graduate. And I'm not going to lie, I was definitely one of them, patiently awaiting graduation, summer, and eventually college. But now here we are, upset that we never got to go back to school, upset about missing all the things that we never said we would miss. Crazy how that happens, huh? The point I'm trying to make here is that for so long we took for granted the simple things that we had and the small moments that we shared. Painting the rocks together, watching notification after notification pop up on our phones, telling us that a group of boys were planning to gather at the office to sing "Kiss Me Through the Phone" in hopes to make it our senior song. Hearing Ian Miller, our junior year, during the beloved ACT boot camp, passionately lead the yellow team in our chant each time we entered a room just to earn another sticker. Or hearing Christian Colwell get fussed at by Mr. McDarris at every single basketball game. For the band kids, I don't think that I'll ever forget the long summer band camp practices that quickly turned into the bittersweet end of the season before we knew it. Or the countless chicken fights in the hotel pools on band trips. Or the happiness that I felt while being with some of my closest friends cheering on our football team under the Friday night lights on a warm summer evening. And I don't think anyone will forget the time at junior prom when we danced the night away to Mo Bamba, but then senior year got prom canceled before it even got canceled, if you know what I mean. But now that all these opportunities have been taken away from us, we've finally realized what we had after we don't have it anymore. To think we would say, I wish I didn't have to go to school today, even though it was literally a privilege for us to be able to. Perception is everything. No matter how tough life gets or how many obstacles are tossed in your path, don't forget to always focus on the bright side of things. And never forget about what you have before you lose it. Despite the fact that our high school experience may have gotten cut short, North Henderson will always be our home, and the fond memories and long-lasting friendships that were shared here will forever be something that we can look back on and be grateful for. And no matter how much we all probably wish things would have gone differently this year, they happened the way they happened, and all we can do now is stay positive and keep the future in mind. Because at the end of the day, we did it. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello, everyone. My name is Micho, if you didn't already know. I've earned the great opportunity to talk to everyone about what makes us all incredible. Even though I didn't get to spend all 4 years with all of you, I have deep admiration for the unique relationships we have built with each other, but more specifically, the relationships that my peers have built with each other. It is truly a blessing for me to have attended North, and I hope that one day all of my peers come to appreciate this school as much as I have, and to grow from the educational foundation that it has established for each of us. As many of you know, I moved here my junior year from Chicago. As someone from the bad area of Chicago, I am genuinely moved by the by the beautiful and safe learning environment that every teacher, custodian, principal, and staff member has worked to create to better foster an environment for each of us, to inspire, teach, and motivate us all. Personally, attending this school has helped expose me to a different culture, a more Southern culture, and has helped me develop a deeper understanding of myself and of others. But this speech is not all about me. So I want to share some of that deeper understanding with you before I go. I truly want each of you to know that you are capable of reaching every goal you have, no matter the obstacles. I want you to know that you are loved and appreciated, and you are worthy. I want you to keep other people in mind, to be kind, to be generous when possible, and humble. Everyone is intelligent in their own ways, so don't worry if you have not yet found your niche, because everyone is special. You are special. You are graduating now and you are exposed to a world of opportunities. That is because you have earned it and you are meant to seize them and make the most out of each and every one of them. You are here for a reason, whether it be to make the world a more accepting place, to make incredible scientific discoveries, creating inspiring music, helping anyone out, making wonderful art, etc. You have all the time in the world, but the world cannot be a better place if you are not a better you. The sun will rise, and tomorrow is another day. People will still laugh, cry, be angry. People will do, and you will still be valid. Best wishes to every single one of you. Muchas gracias, mami, papi, y Ricky, por ayudarme a salir adelante cuando ya no podía más. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak, and it is an honor to be a part of North's first virtual graduation. Congratulations to the senior Skip Day champions.
Hello to the esteemed faculty, friends and family of the class of 2020, and my fellow seniors. For years now, I have planned on opening this speech with some pun about how our class is the one that can see clearest into the future. But now, this line seems ironic, as no one quite knows when this pandemic will end or what exactly our world will look like afterwards. And while this can seem daunting, there are several things that I do know. While we may have been unable to spend the last part of our senior year together, the interactions that we've all had over the years, the relationships, the friendships, and even the acquaintances, have all helped transform us into the very people we are today. For each of us, this, our time here, has been our own personal coming-of-age movie. And in all of these movies, before the credits roll, the people in them end up different from who they were in the beginning, and they're better for it. Just like them, we have each learned more about who we are and what we value during our time at North, and we will carry this knowledge both beyond the pandemic and for the rest of our lives. Undoubtedly, I think all of the senior class knows that there have been several dark days recently, but I also think that they know how capable they are of creating brighter days in the future. There is not a single other class I would have rather gone through all of this with, as I don't think anyone else could have topped the experiences, a certain ACT bootcamp rap contest comes to mind, that we have had together. Yes, not everything has turned out exactly how we expected it to, but the history and the impact that each of us leave, both on the school and the world, will also be unlike anything anyone ever experienced. Someone once said that we must be greater than what we suffer, but it is no question to me that we are. So all that's left for us to do is go out into the world and carry that greatness with us, to wherever each of us end up. I've had an unforgettable time with all of you over the years, and I thank all of the teachers and faculty who have helped shape us into the class that we are today. I will miss you all.
2020, a year we had been looking forward to since our first day entering North as wide-eyed freshmen, not knowing how much this year would forever change the world. This year has been unique in many ways. I'm sure many of you felt how I did at the beginning of the school year, waking up in disbelief that this would be our last year together, as our future prospects would pull us all in different ways. Some of us are choosing to go to a far-off college. Many are opting for closer universities or community colleges. And plenty others are, to this day, unsure of what the future holds for them. I can say, with certainty, that around mid-March, we all shared a feeling of uncertainty about what the rest of the year held for us. Would we be able to go to prom? What about graduation? Would we even be able to return to school to see our friends just one last time before we move on with our lives? Some of these questions remain unanswered, and the others have answers we have gotten, but we just don't like. Despite the things that we missed, we get to be a part of something greater. Our class, the class of 2020, will absolutely be remembered in history. We are the class that succeeded, in spite of the monstrous hurdles placed in front of us. As our year comes to an end, we must not focus on the things that we missed, but on the experiences and opportunities that are to come. In the words of Bob Crosby, "For when do you find a rainbow? Only after rain."
North Henderson's class of 2020. As your senior class president, I'm excited to say we made it, baby. And we didn't even have to go to school for our last semester. I mean, we really outdid ourselves with senior skip day this year. All jokes aside, I wish we could all be together side by side to celebrate this monumental moment. From the moment we became freshmen, we have looked forward to the day when we would walk across the stage to get our diplomas. Unfortunately, we have to do things a little different this year due to the real health concerns of the situation. However, our class will be the first to have this bougie graduation and make history books. We will be remembered for our patience, strength, TikTok addictions, and terrible sleep schedules. As Ariana Huffington said, in life, things that go wrong are often the very things that lead to other things going right. I know this is not how we pictured our senior year ending, but I believe that fantastic opportunities and new possibilities can arise from these circumstances. Today, we are here to celebrate and remember the memories we made at North Henderson. From joke of the day on morning announcements to multiple lockdowns, North has always kept us on our feet. From rap battles to spirit stick competitions, our class has never backed down without a fight, besides the fact that half of our senior class was never at pep rallies. Lastly, from lead class every Monday and Wednesday to the school's no outside food policy, we will be constantly reminded of the lovely 7 habits and the very many ways to hide our precious chicken minis. This high school has given us memories and friendships that we will never forget. We also can't forget the administrators, teachers, and staff members that believed in us and supported us for the last 4 years. All of our hard work has finally paid off, but we are not done yet. It is time to start a new chapter in our lives and embark on new journeys. We still have so much more to learn and so much more to accomplish. I'm extremely proud of all of you and can't wait to see what the future holds for the class of 2020. Congratulations. We now knight to the class of 2020.